There is one perfume in particular that made me think it would be a fun idea to smell like a dollhouse, which brought me to start this whole weirdly specific scent series, along with the fact that I love describing perfumes in the most pretentious, convoluted, unnecessarily abstract way possible. But you will only find out which fragrance I'm talking about if you stay here for a bit. Hi, I'm Anna Hayes. I'm a singer, songwriter, and visual artist, but I'm here to chat about all the things that I love the most: films, perfumes, books, and art in general that's weird, obscure, unsettling, or all the above. Dolls, or the micro house built for dolls, or miniatures in general, always had a chokehold on mine and other people's imagination. I can't even start to mention all the movies and music videos, pieces of media that features those items, to immediately summon either a sense of calmness and childhood playfulness, or a strong, eerie, uncanny valley effect, or a mixture of both. So I can't be the only one who would love to smell like the idea of it, whatever that means for you. One of my top choices for this fictional category is Le Regen by Orisa Legrand, an incredible perfume brand I should dedicate a whole video to. Have you ever been into a museum in the section dedicated to antique everyday objects and trinkets of some royal family? I noticed one of those huge, hyper-realistic dollhouses. They usually look more like the refined artwork of a miniaturist commissioned as another way to showcase wealth than a toy for the children it was supposed to be made for. Lots of flowers, characters, and lace. Believe it or not, this is what I think of when I wear Le Regen. To me, it smells like polished woods, ribbons, a thin veil of dust, non-gourmand vanilla that could be coming from the aromas used in the glue or in the varnishes used on the wood of the structure. Those aside, I think this fragrance is in a perfect balance between chic, vintage, and sweet. It makes me think of living slowly and deliciously. I would need that. Listening to Blue Banisters by Lana Del Rey. I also think that Le Regen is very similar to another perfume, the one I was talking about at the beginning, that inspired this whole video and series with its name. La Stanza delle Bambole by the Italian brand Nobile 1942 literally means the doll's room. Unfortunately, I don't own it and I only managed to smell it once in a perfume store. And that's why I wasn't sure if I wanted to feature it in this video. But I thought it deserved at least an honorable mention, even just for the name. I already owned Le Regen when I tried it, and I couldn't help but finding them extremely similar, hence why I never felt the need to buy it, despite liking it very much. La Stanza delle Bambole gave me that same cozy, elegant, antique feeling. The base is delicate, creamy woodsiness. The most striking difference would be the more sugary, gourmandish direction it takes. I find it way sweeter than Le Regen edible even. If the structure of that exact same dollhouse I've been talking about before was replicated for one of those super intricate Christmas marzipan sculptures, that would be its smell. I'm now gonna try to imagine a completely different type of dollhouse. And with that, I'm gonna beat all the possible edgelord allegations. Because next on the list, there's Prada Candy by Prada. Don't be a snob now. I actually love this perfume, as you can see. In fact, it has been my signature for almost a decade, before I fell into the rabbit hole of niche fragrances. Also, it couldn't be more fitting for this theme. Prada Candy is Barbie Dream Home. Or at least it would be if Barbie hired Wes Anderson as her architect and interior designer, using Grand Budapest Hotel as a mood board. It smells like 2015, like intoxicating, hyper-feminine, soft, spicy caramel vanilla. Plastic walls covered in wallpaper, strictly millennial pink. The doll that lives there has perfect strawberry blonde hair with curtain bangs, and looks like Lea Seydoux. On the polar opposite of the dollhouse spectrum, if there ever was one, there would certainly be the trope of the haunted dollhouse, or the house of the haunted doll, whatever you like best. Think horror story, but in the Mike Flanagan way, that story that pretends to be scary. It would be illegal to mention any other perfume than Moth by zoologists to describe this concept. One of my favorite things about those creepy ass porcelain dolls is that terrifying eye mechanism made to make their eyelids move up and down. Sometimes this mechanism detaches and folds inside the doll's head, leaving the holes on her face empty, making her look even more possessed. The dollhouse that smells like moth belongs to one of those hollow-eyed ladies, for sure. The perfume per se is a super dusty honey with an animalic, slightly pissy quality in a good way. That topped with dried flowers, so dry that the petals would turn to powder if you touched them. Is a wood dollhouse, obviously, but not the well-preserved, polished wood L'Origine dollhouse was built of. This one must have been forgotten in the attic for a very long time, because the humidity penetrated in it, to the point even the velvet and lace details decorating the little furniture are starting to rot. So have you tried any of those perfumes? What do you think about them? Is there any other weirdly specific thing or concept you wish you could recall with a perfume? Let me know in the comments. And like and share and subscribe if you want to support me so that I can make more of these videos. Good night. Have very strange dreams.